going on, everybody? Ratchet Wrench is back for another video, and today we have the 2008 GTI that you guys have been asking about, and we unfortunately didn't have any content to bring you for a couple months now. But now I need some new headlights, so I got the pair for driver's side and passenger side. I'll link that down in the description below. But these are so cracked and foggy. I've buffed them and really cleaned them down, but it only lasts for so long, so I was like, shit, I need a new headlight, and I ended up getting the whole assembly. These are the HID ones. Another reason why I bought these was when I pull this one out, I'll show you, but the wire that connects to the HID, this one right here, pretty much just melted itself, so every time I hit a bump it wasn't making a good contact or a good seat. So, you know, my car being lowered and Jersey potholes, every bump is every 5 minutes, just turn the light on, off. So I was fed up with that. I tried repairing the wires, but it's too tight in there, so I was like, you know what, found a good deal on these, and I got the pair, and pretty stoked to install them. Now I'll be able to see a lot further down the line. These ones do come with the flash to pass, which is, I have it activated. You could activate it if you're in America. You don't have that unless you just flicker the high beam, but if you use VAGCOM or OBD11, you could access these as high beams, which I have. I have the L ones there, which I'm gonna put into here just for looks. I don't really use them. But yeah, without further ado, let's really get into this. Please let us know what you guys want to see. I know a lot of people have been asking to do the painting the bumpers and the rear matching and stuff like that, but it's just not been ideal weather. It's too humid. You know, I don't have a booth, so I'm painting outside. Now it's way too windy, so we'll figure out something there. But let us know what else you guys want to see, and let's get into it. So first things first, to access those headlights and the bolts under it, you got to take the whole front bumper off. We're going to take these off here, this front grille. They should be a T25, I believe. I just put aftermarket studs in there. But there's two up here. And then you just push these tabs in to slide that forward. But before you do that, there's a bolt here and then over there. Take this thing off first. You don't even really have to take this off, but it just makes life easier. See, this one here. I gotta clean up in here. This bumper's getting destroyed. And then this could pop right off from up here, these two tabs. And just like that, it's off. So now that we got the little grill and the lower mesh cover off, before we start removing the bolts up here, we gotta get the bolts under, which are connecting to the skid plate. We gotta get those off, so when we take off these bolts up here, that comes off. It's gonna be a T25. So I'm gonna jack up the car real quick. You don't have to get it off the ground if you can manage, but there's gonna be, let's see, 4 screws that connect to this lower piece, like right here, if you can see that. So there's one screw here, one over here, one over here. Should be one there, but it's missing, and then there's one on the other side, and that just connects it to like the lower plastic trim pieces. We just gotta get those free so we could remove this with the bumper, or you could take off the lip, but there's no sense in doing that when there's just a couple screws to get it off. So now that we have the bottom loose, we just got to disconnect it from the inner fender liner. There's 3, so they're gonna be, as you can see, this is the bumper we're taking off here. So there's one here, 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 and the last screw is pretty much what holds this bumper into this one. Unfortunately, you probably won't be able to pick that up on the camera, but it's the same screws as the one from the bottom that I took off. They're going to be the T25. I'll pull one off first. They're just like that as well. And then we just got to do the opposite side, and then we'll start sliding it out of the tracks along with 2 screws up front. So the last screws that are holding this bumper in are these little 2 T30s here. They're all rusted up. So now it's ready to come off. When you're pulling the bumper off, just keep in mind that the fog lights are still plugged in, so don't pull too far or you'll rip that wire. If you come over here, just pretty much pull on where they connect. That. As you can see, I have all like the side marker connected in here, so you obviously don't want to pull too much. Actually, we probably might even just leave it here. There's no sense of disconnecting it because we're going to be accessing up here, down here, and then on that side. So that's that. If you want, you could take off all the connectors for, you know, the fog lights. Is just pretty much disconnected there and disconnected there. It's really simple to do, but I'm not going to do that because there's no sense of that. So we're going to do this now. Now the next steps are to pretty much disconnect all the connectors that are holding this in. This one right here, they're T25. They're really long ones. Set them aside. And then there should be one right down here. This is a really easy upgrade. Of course, there's aftermarket OEM ones that you could do that look a lot cooler than these ones. I prefer the simplistic OEM. So that connector goes right here. You just have to disconnect that one. Now what we're gonna have to transfer over is the ballast. So hopefully that's not blown on yours. Shouldn't be if it was working. So you gotta transfer over that, and then if I can open this up. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. We're gonna transfer over this, but this is all. So all the contact point, I had shrink wrap and all that, just didn't work. So time to get new ones. But make sure you do not touch the HID bulb with your fingers, because the oil on your skin creates a hot spot and that bulb will be out quicker than you even put it in. It did come with these bulbs, but I'm going to take them out just so I have extra ones. And then the yellow one I'm going to transfer over. But that's it. Now we're going to put the new one in, show a side-by-side comparison, and then we'll do that side. It's the same procedure, just opposite. So to take the old ballast off, there's 3 T20 screws. We're just gonna get them loose. Hopefully you don't have to ever replace this, so make sure if you're replacing the bulb to always check this, because more likely it's the bulb, but this is also a $500 ballast. So you definitely don't want to replace that. And then of course you could always cheap out and go China for like half the price, but it won't last. And that's that. That's the ballast. Maybe spray some dielectric grease in there. Alright, I'm going to take out all the bulbs just so I have extra, because I know all these ones worked. Alright, so I'm going to reuse the yellow one just because I like the look of it. Alright, so we got the new headlight assembly here. It's really nice. I'm impressed. Shiny. Alright, so they give you this little retaining clip just to hold everything in place. I'm going to cut the wire tie, get that out of there. This just comes out of the way. So I noticed they gave a new retaining clip on here, which I took off. So I took off my old one, which was broken anyways. And now you just set it up with the igniter and the bulb locked in place, and then you put it in there. There's certain grooves, you just twist it and turn it and it will lock in place, but don't forget to put this bad guy in right there. It just slides right in that little hole. And you'll line it up, twist until it locks right there. So I didn't even bother showing you how to put that in. It was pretty much the reverse procedure. I ended up taking this one out, but as you can see already, look at how visible. You can see everything. It's going to help so much more with like driving at nighttime. Those HIDs are really going to shine. See how hazy that one is compared to that. It's night and day difference. There's so many cleaners that they say for this, but all that's on the inside from the HID gases. It's just oxidizing on the back, and the only way to fix that is taking off the plastic and, you know, buffing it or getting a new plastic, but it's not even worth it. So but that is night and day. I can't wait to see how this is at nighttime. The only thing I will say is I don't know if these came pre-adjusted, so to adjust them, unfortunately we're not going to have nighttime for a little while. It's this little hex key. Your best bet is turn on your lights, go up against your garage, close the garage door, and the beam, if it's low, you just turn it. It says up, down, up to go up, obviously, and so on and so forth. Just get it to where you are, but you obviously don't want to blind oncoming traffic. So mine's a little different because it is a lower car, but without further ado, we're just going to put this back in. It's just that one clip here, and then those 3 bolts, and that's it. It's simple, simple, simple. So now that we got them all plugged in, this is the best time to make sure that they work before you put the bumper on, or you're going to have to go back and do it again. We're gonna turn them off, put the bumper back on, and it's a wrap. So it's gonna be a reverse procedure. It's nice to have two people, so I'll have Wes help me with this. But there's this little channel, like this little groove, and you just have to slide it in that little black channel there. It's pretty easy to do. Yeah, and that's pretty much a wrap. That's a wrap for today's video. We hope you enjoyed. This was a super easy tutorial. You can see the night and day difference, man. It is so clear. I can't wait to see these at nighttime, and then later I'm gonna have to adjust them against my garage because I looked it up. They don't come adjusted. So just gotta adjust that. But pretty easy tutorial. Hopefully you guys find this helpful. And if you're just looking to remove the bumper, this could be the same tutorial for that. If you want to do a bumper swap, different grills, stuff like that, you could all find that in the same tutorial. But until next time, Ratchet Wrench is out. Please drop a comment, like, and subscribe. Peace.